WNBA free agency is officially underway, Annie. So when you see these names and the options that the Sky have, what do you think that they're cooking up?
Yeah, it's interesting, right? Because Angel and Camilla are very interesting pieces.
Angel Reese is a wonderful player, but she does not compare to what and who Caitlin Clark is when she's on the basketball floor. Plain and simple.
The bottom line is, since Caitlin Clark is the one here now, ride the wave.
Angel Reese, in doing the things that she has done, let's face reality. She's going to be attached to Caitlin Clark to some degree.
You don't get told no. Like, you're going to get the yeses. You're going to get more yeses than nos, and just being able to know that. So I'm excited for that. I know that's going to come soon.
Angel Reese made a bold claim she was building a super team in Chicago, not just a competitive roster, not just a playoff team, a dominant squad. She openly talked about recruiting star players, making Chicago a top destination for free agents, and turning the Sky into a WNBA powerhouse. But now that free agency has passed, the reality is brutal. Instead of a stacked roster, the Sky are struggling to put together a team that can even compete for a playoff spot. Top-tier free agents gone, big-name superstars nowhere to be found. Major recruits Reese promised didn't happen. So, what went wrong? How did a team with one of the most hyped young stars in the league fail so spectacularly in free agency? And more importantly, what does this mean for Angel Reese? Because while she's been struggling to recruit talent, the WNBA is about to experience its biggest shift ever. And the reason? Caitlin Clark. Caitlin Clark's impact on the WNBA is unprecedented. Caitlin Clark isn't just another top prospect. She is the single biggest game changer in WNBA history. And the numbers prove it. College games breaking TV records, Clark's games at Iowa regularly outdrew NBA broadcasts, setting records for women's basketball viewership. Sponsorship money flooding in, brands have been lining up to invest in her before she even plays a professional game. Tickets selling out instantly. Any game Clark plays in sells out, including away games where she's not even the home attraction. Clark's influence extends beyond just the WNBA. She is changing how people view women's basketball as a whole. And this matters because for years, the WNBA has struggled with attendance, ratings, and revenue. But with Clark, suddenly everything is changing. Caitlin Clark's influence on free agency. Clark isn't just shifting the league's popularity, she's shaping how players choose teams. Consider this. The Indiana Fever, the team Clark is expected to join, just had the most successful free agency in their history. Why? Because players want to play with Clark. She makes any team instantly better. She brings attention, ticket sales, and sponsorship money. And in a league where paychecks aren't massive, that extra exposure matters. So while Reese was trying to recruit players to Chicago, Clark's presence alone was bringing top talent to Indiana. That's a huge reality check. Players like Natasha Howard, Kelsey Mitchell, and Sophie Cunningham saw what was happening in Indiana. A fresh start, a generational player, and a chance to be part of something special. Chicago had nothing comparable.
Look, let's be honest. We can sugarcoat it all you want, but if you don't have Caitlin Clark playing women's basketball, or if you're not the NCAA tournament playing women's basketball, you got nothing.
Clark versus Reese, the power shift. For the past year, Reese was being positioned as one of the faces of the WNBA. She had a massive social media following, a strong personal brand, media attention. But with Caitlin Clark's arrival, suddenly, Reese isn't the top draw anymore. Now, every major WNBA headline is about Clark. Every network wants her games in prime time. And when she steps onto a WNBA court, the entire sports world will be watching. That's not just bad for Reese's ego, it's bad for Chicago. Because while Clark is elevating the Indiana Fever into a top destination, Reese is watching Chicago fall further behind.
But her attention, her notoriety is based off Caitlin Clark. Because she wins the national title, first thing she does, she mocks Caitlin Clark. And then she doesn't even celebrate with her teammates. So she's made it personal with Caitlin Clark.
Angel Reese wasn't just another rookie entering the WNBA. She was one of the most talked about players in recent memory. Her arrival in the league wasn't just about basketball. It was about entertainment, branding, and culture. And she knew it. That's why when she landed in Chicago, she made it clear she wasn't just here to play. She was here to recruit. She wanted to use her star power to bring top talent to the Sky. At Unrivaled, the 3-on-3 league that she was involved in, she actively talked to players about teaming up in Chicago. She was texting, calling, and pitching the idea of the Sky as a new WNBA dynasty. And on paper, it sounded great. But in reality, it completely fell apart.
You know what I love watching? I love watching her highlights of missing shots. She's got to be the worst shooter you've met in your life.
When free agency opened, all eyes were on Chicago. With plenty of cap space and an opportunity to bring in superstars, this was supposed to be their moment. Instead, they got nothing. Let's go down the list. Kelsey Plum, one of the WNBA's best shooters and a two-time champion, signed with the LA Sparks. Jewel Lloyd, a Chicago native and one of the best pure scorers, chose Las Vegas instead of a homecoming. Brittany Griner, a dominant center who could have been the perfect front court partner for Reese, joined the Atlanta Dream. Alyssa Thomas, the walking triple-double machine, signed with the Phoenix Mercury. Natasha Howard, Satu Sabali, Kelsey Mitchell, all available. None chose Chicago. That's not a coincidence. That's a statement. Free agents weren't just ignoring Chicago. They were actively choosing to go elsewhere. That's a huge red flag, and it's not just about players not coming in. It's about players already there, leaving. Angel Reese is at a crossroads. If she wants to keep up with Caitlin Clark, she's going to have to prove it on the court. Because right now, Clark is the biggest thing in the WNBA. And Reese, she's stuck on a team that's going nowhere. Her recruiting failed. Her franchise is in shambles. And her status as a top star is being challenged. Can she turn it around? Or will she fade into the background as Clark dominates the league? So is Angel Reese's WNBA super team dream over? Or can she still turn things around? Let us know in the comments. And if you want more deep dives, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications. Click the video on the screen for more WNBA updates, and we'll see you in the next one.